Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we are talking about one of the most powerful, most universal truth in human life. You have heard the phrase before: what goes around comes around. It is not just a saying, it's a law, a pattern woven into the very fabric of how life works. And by the end of this video, I promise you will never look at your daily choices the same way again. So, let's begin. Everything you do, every word you say, every favor you give, every decision you make, it does not disappear. It moves outward and somewhere, somehow, it turns around. Think of a time someone went out of their way to help you, a stranger who helped you with a direction, a colleague who covered for you. The moment of kindness was likely triggered by something positive that person once put out into the world. Long before social media, before self help books, before modern psychology, civilizations thousands of years apart were observing the same pattern. Look at nature. Seasons come and go and come back again. The tide goes out and always returns. A seed planted in good soil bears fruit. That fruit contains more seed. Nature does not waste anything, and neither does life. Our actions work the same way. They move outward into the world and they return. What is remarkable is that every major religion, despite being born in different places, in different centuries, in different languages, arrived at exactly the same conclusion. For example, Hinduism gave us the concept of karma. Every action leaves an imprint, and that imprint eventually comes back to the one who created it. Buddhism teaches what we think, we become. What we do returns to us. Christianity says it simply and powerfully: as you sow, so shall you reap. And Islam teaches the same truth: treat others as you wish to be treated, and be accountable for every deed, great or small. Different words, different books, same truth. When something is agreed upon across all of human civilization, it is worth paying attention to. The Japanese call in on a sense of obligation and return. The Arabic tradition has karam, generosity, that circles back. Even secular cultures speak of what goes around. This principle exists in every language because it describes a universal human experience. One of the most precise, most powerful statements of this principle comes from the Quran. Surah Al-Zalzala, chapter number 99, verse 7 and 8. Allah says, whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it. This means nothing is too small to matter. The kind word you said to a struggling colleague, the extra time you gave to a project, the small dishonesty you thought no one would notice, all of it is counted and all of it is seen and all of it returns. That is not just a warning, that is a promise. Social psychology has documented something called the principle of reciprocity. It is one of the most consistent findings in all of the human behavior research. People return what they receive. If you are kind, people feel a natural pull to be kind back. If you are rude or dismissive, people often, without thinking, respond in kind. And neuroscience adds something beautiful. When you perform a genuine act of generosity, your brain releases dopamine. You feel good, not later, immediately. The universe has built a biological reward for doing good. Gratitude, kindness, positive action, these do not just affect others. They literally rewrite your own brain towards optimism and resilience. Now let us bring this to real life. In your relationships, the partner or parents who gives patience and full presence tends to receive the same. The one who is constantly distracted, dismissive, or critical finds the same energy reflected back at them. In the workplace, the manager who invests in their team, who listens, who gives credit, where it is due, builds loyalty that holds firm even under pressure. The one who micromanages and belittles, they wonder why their best people keep leaving. In business, companies that serves their customers honestly, that stand behind their word, build reputation, and that no advertising budget can buy. And those that cut corners, eventually word gets out. And in community, the neighbor who checks in, who lends a hand without being asked, who contributes, finds that when they need help, the whole street shows up. Warren Buffett once said it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. The business with the longest track records are those that have consistently given more than they took. Now, here is where most people get frustrated. They do something good and they don't see it coming back immediately. They wonder, does this even work? The honest answer is the return is rarely instant. Life is not a vending machine. Think of it like a tree. You plant a seed today, you water it, you give it time. You cannot pull it out of the ground every week to check if the roots are growing. You have to trust the process. Good energy invested does not disappear. It travels, it moves through unexpected channels. Sometimes the help you give 10 years come back through a different person in a different form at exactly the moment you need it the most. And the reverse is equally true. The damage caused by careless or dishonest actions may not show itself immediately, but time has a way of settling it all accounts. Keep doing good, trust timings. In the next few slides, I want to share 5 simple but powerful principles, 5 anchors that can help you ensure that what goes around from you is something you actually want to come back. Rule number 1, give without counting. There is a fundamental difference between generosity and transaction. A transaction says, I help you because I expect something in return. Generosity says, I help you because it is the right thing to do. Rule number 2, treat people as ends in themselves, not as means to your goals. When you interact with somebody purely to get something from them and they feel it, the relationship becomes hollow. And hollow relationships do not hold when you need them the most. Rule number 3, guard your words. Words are seeds. Every word you speak plants something. A harsh word plants resentment. A discouraging word plants doubt. A careless word plants distance. But a word of genuine encouragement that can change the direction of someone's life. Think before you speak, not to be artificial, but to be intentional, because every word you send into the world becomes part of the record. Rule number 4, take responsibility. This one is hard. When something goes wrong, the easiest thing in the world is to find someone else to blame. The economy, the team, the client, the partner, the circumstances. But here's the truth, when you constantly deflect responsibility, you also deflect your power to change things. The person who says, what can I do differently, is the person who grows. The person who says, what went wrong with the others, stays stuck. Rule number 5, be patient with the return. Good character is built slowly. Real trust is earned slowly. A life well lived is the product of consistent right action over time. Do not lose faith when you do good and nothing seems to happen. The seed is underground. The roots are forming. Something is being built, even when you cannot see it. Thank you so much for being here today. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like the video, subscribe to stay connected, and leave a comment below. I would genuinely love to know What is one way you have seen this principle play out in your own life? Until next time, take care of what you send out into the world because what goes around always comes around.